What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. I'm coming at you on this fine Thursday morning. Happy Turkey Day. It is Thanksgiving. We have a lot of football to be played today, all throughout the weekend. I can't wait. And you guys know what happens on Thursdays. We make our game picks around here. Before we get into it, I, of course, got to do the usual. If you're ever hungry, thirsty, whatever it might be, Mott's applesauce will satisfy whatever satisfy need to satisfy you. Caveman guarantee. I promise it will never fail you. I will guarantee you there's a lot of you out there eating Mott's applesauce on Thanksgiving. I can put a lot of money on the fact that this will be consumed a lot today, and that makes my heart extremely warm. So, of course, per usual, let's recap how I did the week before. I went 9-6. Of course, you know, I said to myself, oh, I will take the Arizona Cardinals if Kyler Murray plays, and if he doesn't, I'll take the Seattle Seahawks. And of course, Kyler doesn't play, and the Cardinals still win. So I still get screwed trying to predict what's going to happen with these quarterbacks and these teams and how they will play. But nevertheless, I went 9-6 last week, still trying to catch that heat that I had earlier on in the season. That moves my overall record to 111, 53, and 1. Still not the worst record ever. So here we go, starting with our favorite winless football team, the Detroit Lions, as they always play on Thanksgiving, hosting the Chicago Bears. Our favorite winless football team. I will die, with the loss once, the Detroit Lions finally win a game whenever that comes, but I just don't think this is going to be the week. The spread is actually relatively close as of right now. I'm sure I put a disclaimer earlier in the video, but all the spreads and the lines that you're going to see at the bottom of the screen might be a little outdated by the time you're watching this. But I can't lie, I'm a little uneasy taking the Chicago Bears here. I would not be too shocked if they actually did fall to the Detroit Lions here because they are so hurt. It's unbelievable. Justin Fields is out. Akeem Hicks is out. Khalil Mack had season-ending foot injury. Allen Robinson is out with a hamstring. I mean, they are depleted to the max. So if there's an opportunity for the Detroit Lions to steal the spotlight on Thanksgiving, it's right in front of them going up against the Chicago Bears, but I still have to take the Bears here. It's just, I will accept the loss whenever the Lions win. I just can't find it in myself to pick them. Next up with our 4:30 p.m. Turkey Day kickoff, we have America's team hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. If the Raiders would have beaten the Bengals last week, I would have, some consideration for them in this game, but, they didn't, so I just don't see a game script in which they come out on top against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are getting Tyron Smith back. I think Zeke is going to have a career day, and not a career day, but I think he's going to have a better day than what he's had over the last 5 weeks. I just think the Cowboys here are an absolute lock, but I got to be careful using that word these days. Lock is a very dangerous word. And Sunday Night Football features my Buffalo Bills going to New Orleans to take on the Saints. The Saints are also a team that is very, very injured. Alvin Kamara is out. Mark Ingram is questionable. Jameis Winston, as we all know, tore his ACL earlier in the season. Michael Thomas isn't returning. This team is pretty much in the gutter. If the Buffalo Bills lose this game, if in some ungodly world where they come out and they don't win this game, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I mean, we've already had 2 shocking losses over the past 3 weeks. I don't need a third in 4. So, I don't know. There's just not much to say here. The Bills have to win this game. I fully expect to bounce back. I think Josh Allen's going to have a very solid day. If that's not the case, I don't know. Moving on to our Sunday slate, starting at 1 o'clock, we have the New England Patriots hosting the Tennessee Titans. This is a good game, and it's going to be a big game because the New England Patriots are supposedly one of the best teams in the AFC right now. And as a Bills fan, I really refuse to believe that, but how can I keep denying it? I don't know how much longer I could keep denying it for. The spread is actually pretty favorable for the New England Patriots, which is shocking. I understand the Titans lost to the Houston Texans last week, but either way, I'm still going to go with the Patriots here. I don't know. I think they're just on too much of a roll to stop them. The Tennessee Titans, they were on a roll themselves, but it appears that they're slowly coming back down to earth, so I think they're just running into a freight train that is Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, and that defense, do not forget about that defense. I'm taking the favorites here in the New England Patriots. Next up, we got the Houston Texans hosting the New York Jets. The Texans, we just talked about it, they upset the Tennessee Titans last week. Tyrod Taylor went out there and balled out. I expect the same thing to kind of happen, and for some some reason in the back of my mind, I think that the Jets are somehow worse with Zach Wilson at quarterback, and that's who's starting for the Jets. And, even with the breakout of Elijah Moore, I just don't think they stand a chance in this game. The Houston Texans defense is actually not the worst thing that's ever touched a football field. Therefore, I'm going with the Texans as the favorites here. All right, moving on, I have my first upset for the day as the New York Giants are hosting the red-hot Philadelphia Eagles, who are trying to find their way into a wild card spot. Will they be successful? Well, I don't think this week is going to help them because I am taking the New York Giants here. They just fired Jason Garrett. Saquon Barkley is once again healthy. They got Kenny Galladay back. I think, the new play calling is really going to rejuvenate this offense, and I think they're going to come out and upset their division rival. I mean, flukier shit has happened in a division game. I don't think calling the Giants over the Eagles here is that crazy. I mean, I believe in the Eagles. I believe in Jalen Hurts, but I think they're just a little bit too hot right now for my liking, and they got to come down to earth eventually, and I think this is going to be the game where they're just kind of humbled a little bit. So I'm going with the Giants here in the upset. Next up, we got the Colts hosting the Bucs. You guys know I have a lot of Colts fans on this channel. You might be a Colts fan watching this video right this second, but irregardless, I got to go with the reigning Super Bowl champions here. I understand you guys just decimated the former AFC champion runner-up. Don't want to talk about it. But I don't know. I just think it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got to go with the favorites here. Got to go with my gut. And the Indianapolis Colts, they had a humongous win last week. I'm not sure if they could pull another humongous win out 2 weeks in a row. Nevertheless, yes, I am going with the reigning Super Bowl champions and Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Bucs here. Moving on, I didn't even have to change my bandanas as the Atlanta Falcons are being hosted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think with the return of Cordero Patterson, Matt Ryan will get a little more comfortable now that he has a little more offensive talent surrounding him. I mean, he didn't have him last week, and we saw what Matt Ryan looked like against that Patriots defense. I mean, it was... He looked completely lost, as if he's never won an MVP before in his career. But I do think with the return of Patterson going up against a weak Jacksonville Jaguars team, I think it's just a recipe for success for them, and they will take this game on the road. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Now, I do think the Carolina Panthers are going to win this game, but I think it's going to be a little too close for comfort for them. The Miami Dolphins have played respectable football over the last couple weeks. It hasn't been good. It hasn't been pretty, but it's been respectable. So I think they're going to give the Carolina Panthers defense a little bit more hell than they're expecting, and they're going to keep it very close. But I think at the end of the day, Cam Newton is going to take his victory in his second start back with the Panthers. Now, this next game is going to be a very good divisional matchup as the Cincinnati Bengals are hosting their divisional neighbor, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just get the same vibe in this game that I do in the Eagles-Giants game. I just think the underdog in their division in both of these matchups is going to come out on top. Bengals at this very moment are -4.5. Like I said, that might change, but right now it's -4.5, and that's a little bit too large for me. I think the Steelers come out and win this outright. Truthfully, they brought a game in which they were getting killed in against the Los Angeles Chargers last week to overtime. They've been showing fight in games that I don't think they deserve to be showing fight in, but they have, and it's been shocking. So I do think they go out and shock the world once again against the Cincinnati Bengals in this humongous divisional matchup. And for our first afternoon game on Sunday, we have another divisional matchup as the Denver Broncos host the Los Angeles Chargers. I really can't just envision a game where the Broncos actually keep this close. But just with the way football has gone lately, we all know things can get wonky, so I don't think the Broncos are going to win, but I think for some reason it's just going to be a super tight game, and the Chargers aren't going to be able to run away with it in the fashion they should be able to run away with it because they're just that much more talented. But I am still going to take the Chargers here. Yeah, I mean, is there really much thought to put behind this, really? If you're taking the Broncos, you're kind of nuts. Then we have another upset pick as the San Francisco 49ers host the Minnesota Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings here. I don't know what it is. I'm just riding with the Vikings. I took them last week against the Packers. I just knew for a fact they were going to take that game home. I don't know what it was. I just knew it. And I'm getting that same vibe here against the San Francisco 49ers. They are underdogs by right now what is 3 points. I just think they're going to win this game outright. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Also, prayers up to Everson Griffin. I saw that kind of scary situation that went down, and that was really sad. So I hope he's getting the help he needs. I think that report came out. But nevertheless, I hope he's doing all right. For our last afternoon matchup on Sunday, we have the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Aaron Rodgers has like a broken toe or something like that. Aaron Jones is also not healthy. And I think the Los Angeles Rams pass rush is just going to be down the throat of Aaron Rodgers all game long. And with that being said, I got to go with the Rams here. I think Odell is going to have a better game. Von Miller is going to be more involved. Jalen Ramsey is going to be all over the field. Aaron Donald's going to be all over the field. I mean, Packers are just done here, man. As for Sunday Night Football, we have another divisional matchup as the Baltimore Ravens are hosting the Cleveland Browns. I don't get that same upset vibe in this game as I did between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. I just don't get that same vibe here in this divisional game. I'm going with the favorites. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens went out and beat the Bears last week without Lamar Jackson, so I have every right to believe that they could beat this battered down Cleveland Browns roster that has been struggling with Baker under center with Lamar Jackson. So yeah, I'm going with the Ravens here on Sunday Night Football. And last but kind of also least, we have the Washington football team hosting the Seattle Seahawks. This is just one of the best Monday Night Football matchups that we've had all year. Yeah, that's complete sarcasm. I don't expect much entertainment coming from this game whatsoever. Nothing draws me to it. There's no interest involved here. But what is very, very shocking to me is that the Seattle Seahawks are currently underdogs in this matchup. Right this second, they are at +1, and the Washington football team are obviously at -1. That's crazy to me. People are taking the football team here. Let's wake up a little bit here, people. Russell Wilson's struggling, but that doesn't mean it's still not Russell Wilson. I think he's going to get right in this game and play well enough to take down Washington. And I guess that's an upset pick. It really shouldn't be, but it is. So yeah, those are my picks for week number 12. Let me know what you disagree with, what you agree with down in the comment section below. I'm trying to have a better week this week. And in fact, I'm going to call it right now. I think this is the week I go 16-0, or is it 15 games? I think this is the week I go undefeated in my picks. I don't know. I have a feeling. Oh yeah, that's about all I got. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. Go enjoy the day with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends, whatever you might do on Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your day. This is a time to be thankful, and I am extremely thankful and grateful to have you guys watching this video. If you're tuned into this video right now, I appreciate you more than anything. You make this channel spin, and you make the wheels on it go round, so I want to say thank you very much. You motivate me each and every day, and I love y'all so much. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I'd appreciate that. If you want to go over to Twitter, follow me over there, I'd appreciate that as well. I'm a part of the Built in Buffalo content creation team. If you enjoy Buffalo Bills content, be sure to follow and subscribe to us on any social medias you might have. And I hope to see you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.